All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises and honor and glorification to Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahasham Hawakakadash. Double honor to our elders, apostle, and bishop of Great Nelson GMS whole world. And peace and blessings to the hopeful Lekakiam out there pushing this gospel, this doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in righteousness, in sincerity, and in truth, and also shalom, wabrakatham, peace and blessing to the brethren and a few sisters that may be tuning and listen, learning, studying the vibration of Yahweh Bahashim Bahashim Kakadash, and once again to what Yahweh Bahashim for allowing us to be able to understand this truth. Finally, man, somebody took a stand. Uganda just passed a law which make it illegal to be in the alphabet group, you know. That's how it is, man. Somebody finally take a stand against Babylon, you know. Let's click on the video real quick.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
Hey, man, it's about time, man. It's about time. Somebody take a stand against the pressure of the West, man. The West, mainly Babylon, mainly the United States. You know, it's about time somebody take a stand against these devils, man. The Bible clearly says, Leviticus 20, is it? You know. Leviticus 20 and 13. And he says, if any man, let me highlight this real quick. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. The blood shall be upon them. And that's exactly what the Lord Yahweh requires. But these devils, you know, because it's part of the culture, the Greeks, the Romans, they into that shit, man. They into that homosexual, pedophilia, agenda, man. And that's why they push it to the whole world, to the max. And countries refuse to bow down to the agenda. Guess what Esau do? Esau put section on you, or deny you found. Like I was listening to something that the IMF withdrew their fund to Uganda, so they're gonna put pressure on them to comply. But this guy, the Ugandan president, he stay firm, and he seems like he made up his mind, you know. And like I said, man, it's about time somebody take a stand against these devils. And that's exactly why eventually the nation is gonna shoot down Mercer over this place, man. Because the nations are mad, man. The nations they don't want to adopt America's philosophy. Her way of life leads nowhere but to death, man. So bring nothing but death. The way of life, the ways of Babylon bring forth nothing but death, man. Let's get Jeremiah 51, I think. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunk of wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that's exactly what it is. All the nations, most of the nations, you know, except a few of them, they have adopted the ways, the philosophy of America, you know. But you have certain nations that won't bow down, you know. These so-called Arab nations, right? They have some kind of more about them. They will not Esau will not put a lot of pressure on them. Why? Because they have the monopoly, they have the oil. Because Esau knows that if he's trying to put pressure on them, as it does to these African nations, so-called African Hamite nations, guess what? They can stop producing oil like they used to, man. And that's exactly what it is, man. Esau is being making bare. These devils, they are being confounded. They are being uncovered, man, as being the vessel of wickedness. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take bond for her pain, if so be she may be held. And that's the reason why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is about to destroy this bitch, man. This bitch has been she got a cup in her hands full of abomination and filthiness of her fornications. Revelation 17. And that's exactly what America does, man. Push her philosophy, her philosophy, her way of life to other nations. If you refuse to bow down, they put section on you. They overthrow your government. They invade your country. Eventually, they assassinate you. That's the legacy of America, and that's exactly why the Lord Yahweh Shai going to put this place down, man. We would have held Babylon, but she's not here. Forsake her and let us go every one into the country, for her judgment reach unto the heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's exactly what it is, man. The judgment that the Lord Yahweh Shai has for this place, man, it's gonna be great. It gotta be great, because this is Babylon the Great. Isaiah 5 verse 20. Let's get Isaiah 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. And that's exactly what Esau does. Esau everything that the Lord Yahweh Shai esteem as wickedness, Esau extol it. Esau push it to the whole world, man. Esau make it seems like it's the good thing to do. He makes evil seem fair seeming, man. Woe unto them. Why? Because the power of the earth is in their hands. Esau is the vessel fitted for destruction, for wickedness. So the only thing he can bring forth is wickedness. Isaiah 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's exactly what Esau have done, man. Esau, anybody that's trying to do good for the people, to have a close tie to the Bible. How civilization should be governed. Esau shun you. Esau position on you. Esau call you all kind of name. Why? Because he has his medium on the left hand side. He uses to demonize people, man. To demonize anybody that won't bow down to his agenda. Says woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's exactly what Esau have done. Revelation 17, real quick. Last precept, man. Revelation 17, verse matter of fact, verse I'm also verse 3 and down. And it says Revelation 17. Yeah, devils, man. Got a lot to pay for, man. These devils got a lot to pay for. Got a lot to pay for, man. Revelation 17, verse 4. And the woman, the woman is that's a code word for America, stand beside her and guide her, that's a code word for America. Babylon. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. Purple symbolizes royalty, and decked with silver and precious stone and pearls. In America, you have a kind of expensive brand, having a cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of fornications. And that's exactly what it is. A cup is where you put drinks. A cup symbolizes Esau pretty much having dominion over all the philosophies and wickedness, you know. A cup is where you put your drinks in, right? Having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of fornication, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abomination of the earth. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what America is, symbolized, man. You know, cup in her hands, push her philosophy throughout all the nations, to make the nations drunk, because she's a whore. And that's exactly what a whore will do. Try to entice men, entice the other nations to give into her ways, man. And some nations are no longer willing to bow down. Some nations are waking up. And that's how you know this place is finished. Because America hegemony, the influence is being diminished. She's not what she used to be, man. The whore is getting old, She's losing her power over the men, And that's exactly what it is. So that was a quick lesson, man. Lord willing, it was edifying, man, Lord willing, this was
In our
edifying.
country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passes, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.